The Hendon Air Pageants were held between 1920 and 1939 at the now defunct airfield where the RAF Museum is situated north of London today. The king of the Farnborough commentators, John Blake, helps us through the first classic Hendon shows.
This is Hendon, Royal Air Force Hendon, built originally one of the earliest aerodromes in England, Brooklyn being the first. It was a result of a committee of three, which included Lord Trenchard, who was the father of the Royal Air Force, as being the best way of recruiting, of putting the Air Force before everybody, and making sure that they were getting their slice of the cake.
The pageants always included a great set piece at the end of each show.
The great set piece was always a ship, a fort, a village, tents, whatever, set out on there and bombed by great gusto by the RAF. And there goes, it's probably the well-known Wing Commander Dummy Sandbag, who was the chap who leapt out of the blazing balloon. There
were crashes.
That cameraman you saw getting on was on this aircraft when it did what the French call an atterrissage dans le décor.
Every year the event was well supported by royalty.
There's Queen. George V disliked aeroplanes intensely. His successor, his son, was head of the Air Force.
After 1930, newsreels had their own soundtracks.
Britain's giant airship, the R101, is flying over the aerodrome now. Gives rather a fine idea of the evolutions that they're performing.
The catapult is operated by two compressed air engines, each less in size than an ordinary house dustbin.
The Hendon Air Pageant attracted crowds of 500,000 with over 250 aircraft.
Farnborough and everything else all came out of this small airfield.
One of the spectacular crashes was an Avro Tutor right in front of the crowd.
Flight Officer V. Hugh Williams crashed in a Tutor plane while giving a demonstration of what not to do. The plane was wrecked, but the pilot escaped injury.
The breathtaking Hendon Air Pageants from Strikeforce Entertainment are not to be missed.
And something like 500,000 people are estimated to have seen it this year.